Tanya Joseph, Sport England. Thank you very much for your presentation, and thank you. And it's really good to have you here in SPORTO. Just to start with, we're going to talk about your campaign, of course.
Yeah.
But to start with something maybe a bit provocative. Would it be better if I were a woman asking why is there a need to be innovative when it comes to conversations on the female body?
No, I think men and women have an interest in this. It's really important for all of us in society that women are active, because for lots and lots of really good, maybe boring reasons, that if women are more active in the household, it is a more active household. So the men are more active, the children are more active. More active people mean that they're healthier, both physically and mentally. They're doing better at school, they're doing better at work. So it's an important subject for us all. We're also just a lot happier when we're active because our mental health is a whole lot better.
I have to admit, I wasn't aware of the issues that women have when it comes to sport. I mean, I was aware of some of them, but when I read your interview and when I saw the presentation, I was like, oh my God, this must be really demanding for the women, how the women's sport has been presented in the past. So that was a big goal for you, but you had great data to get on with it.
We were very lucky that we have some fantastic evidence and data which allowed us to understand what was going on. And you are not alone. There are lots and lots and lots of men who really didn't understand why women were responding like that when they were offered opportunities to get active. And the response that we've had from men for the campaign, some of them was, I had not realised that it was like this. Now I understand, now I can help my sister, my wife, my mum, my daughter, and they have been really, really responsible. Some men still don't care, but lots of men really understand, and some men as well feel the same. You know, men who aren't very sporty feel like they need some help getting more active. So I'm really pleased the campaign has helped all of them.
Campaign has been really successful and it's still ongoing, if I understand correctly. The first part is, for me, an easier one, to get someone to start working out. Because we see many more people in January in fitness centers around the world than in March. So the strategy now to make them stay and be active?
Yeah, well, the next phase of the campaign, which starts in January, will absolutely address that, because, of course, getting people to do something, as you say, can be relatively easy. For someone who's never done anything, it's still a hard thing, but getting them to stay active is tough. And what we do know is that everyone, even people who are really active, will have periods when they don't do it. It may be because they've got injured, or they've changed jobs, or they've had a child. So even for sporty people, they will have breaks. What we're trying to do is to make sure that when people have breaks, that they are as short as possible, and that when they come back with the same level of confidence. They don't start at the beginning again feeling like they can't do it. For them to take a break and think, that's okay, other people do it, it's fine. And so that's what we're trying to do, is support women as they go through that very typical cycle of doing something, stopping, starting again, stopping. It's really important that we help them along the way.
And then we came to the important aspect that you emphasize, tone of voice. I understand this is the thing to be really careful about, especially when you want to get nearer to the community.
It was really important for us that we did a campaign which wasn't preachy, which didn't say to women, you are bad for not doing this, that made women feel positive. We also didn't want it to make it sound like a typical government information campaign. This is what you have to do, making women feel bad. It was really important for us. So making it very light-hearted, with a real sense of humour, talking to women, like our friends, that has absolutely resonated and made women feel very positively about the campaign.
Sally Hancock wrote for SPORTO magazine for the last edition about the need for disruptors in the women's professional sport. What are maybe the parallels between what you did in this campaign and for the professional sportswomen?
Unfortunately, because there are so few professional sportswomen who are making money in sport, there is still, the parallels are still there. I mean, in male sport, that we don't have that opportunity more, but with women's sport there is, and we absolutely need women to be constantly, whether they're playing for a sport professionally or semi-professionally, or whether they're trying to get women to play just on a recreational level. We need more women going out there and saying, no, we're going to do it this way. Talk to us like we're real people. Talk to us like we're important. Understand what our barriers are, understand why we want to do something and why we don't want to do something. Help us along the way. People like Sally are really, really important because they're constantly challenging the sports, brands, women themselves to do better, to think harder, to be better at what we do.
Tanya Joseph, how was your experience? How are you experiencing SPORTO? How did you enjoy it? How are you? Are you having fun? Are you meeting new people, interesting people?
I've absolutely enjoyed it. I came not really knowing very much about what it was going to be like. I'd never been to Slovenia before. It's been a fantastic day so far. Heard some really amazing speakers in the room, but also met some really, really interesting people in the last 24 hours. I'm here for another 24 hours, so I'm really excited about what's going to happen next.
Thank you and enjoy it.
Pleasure.
Thank you.